Well, folks, we've got exclusive footage from the CVW press conference between hawlucha and incineroar going up to their World Championship clash and it's shocking. It all started. Incineroar and hawlucha was simply just a bear, but something happened. Maybe it was spring, but maybe it was, we don't know, but all we know is Incineroar said something along the lines of, "You're not ready for the big leagues," and hawlucha took that personally. A fierce argument started out living, and it was simply for an argument. Fans watching from outside of these two were in a old vintage ring, didn't know what was happening. hawlucha and Incineroar started shoving each other at first. It was quite unexpected as these two Pokemon were getting ready to wrestle each other. And that's when the thing happened. hawlucha started off by hitting a sunset flip powerbomb on Incineroar, leaving Incineroar on the mat. hawlucha then picked Incineroar up and showed his strength by slamming Incineroar down to the mat with a power bomb. hawlucha then continued his attack as he delivered a big-time elbow off the top rope onto Incineroar. hawlucha then got onto the ring and ropes and went for a springboard Hurricane Rana, but Incineroar caught him and hit him with a devastating power bomb to reverse the favor. Incineroar then picked up and dropped hawlucha with the suplex as the fans at the press conference were shocked. Incineroar picked hawlucha up and delivered a series of jabs to hawlucha's face. Incineroar hits the big knockout punch right there, but it wasn't enough. Incineroar grabs hawlucha, throws him into the corner, and starts chopping away in devastating chops as the press conference brawl continued. Incineroar picked hawlucha up by the scruff of his head and then tossed him back down to the ground. Incineroar then started taunting to the crowd like he had won the entire exchange at the press conference. But hawlucha was mistaken. hawlucha got up and hit his own variation of Incineroar's very own discus lariat on Incineroar. hawlucha used the move to get into Incineroar's head and then started posing to the crowd. Once again, posing over Incineroar like he had just been. But once again, this brawl at the what was intended to be a press conference was not over. hawlucha went up top for the flying press, but Incineroar dodged as the fans, still confused, watched the press conference brawl. And Incineroar lifted up hawlucha and landed the suplex and then transitioned it, and Incineroar hit the darkest lariat. And turned hawlucha in almost inside out. The brawl continued as Incineroar picked up hawlucha and hit another German suplex. Incineroar then left the ring as it seemed like this brawl at the press conference was over, but it was surely mistaken as hawlucha hopped out of the ring and Incineroar and hawlucha ended this press conference brawl by wildly slapping and punching each other as these two continued to come to blows. hawlucha got one big chop in and a slap and another chop by Incineroar, and these two just hawlucha taunted Incineroar and caught Incineroar off guard with a chop. One final chop before the Rhyperior security guards were able to grab them and pull them back as the press conference ended in chaos. That was CVW main event. See you there. CVW episode 1, Incineroar hawlucha main event World Championship. As I said, see you there. Goodbye. This was Ty the Newsman giving you your daily report in CVW action